Hello, everybody. Tiffany Higgins here, and I am coming to you live. We go live every Tuesday right here in the Have Your Cake and Eat It Too Facebook group and answer all of your questions around having a virtual bookkeeping business or becoming a virtual bookkeeper, even if you have no prior experience as a bookkeeper or no prior experience in the accounting field. And we will help you make $100 an hour or more, even though you have no experience and no education, because we will help you with it, all of it. Hey, Megan. Megan's watching. Aren't you on vacation? You should be on vacation. Okay, so what we're going to do, and what I like to do every Tuesday, is make these lives super interactive. So if you are brand new to the group, please say hi and please tell me what your questions are that you have around growing a bookkeeping business and if this is right for you or your family. I love to answer questions. So if you've got them, please write them down. Okay, Megan's not going on vacation until Thursday. So a couple more days. All right. So if you've got questions, please let me know and I will love to answer them. No question is off the table. So please, anything that you're thinking of, anything that you want to know, let me know. Hey, Kimberly. Hey, Jaylee. Hey, Gwen. Thanks for commenting and letting me know that you're watching. I love it. I like to know who's here, who I'm talking to. So the first thing that I would like to do is kind of show you guys around the group a little bit. Show you our website and stuff if you're brand new to the group. That way you kind of have an idea of what to expect. So let me share my screen real quick and I will do that. And while I'm getting this up, if you guys are not on our email list and you want to be on our email list, please go ahead and type email below and we will add you to the list so that you can get motivational emails every day and student success wins will get sent directly to your inbox. So you can kind of get an idea of what some of the other students are experiencing as they join our academy and become virtual bookkeepers. I hope you guys all caught last week's live with Ashley Eaton. She had an incredible story that she shared with us that was really, really fun to hear all about on how the Bookkeeper Academy has helped her change her life and go from being stuck in a classroom teaching away from her newborn baby to being able to stay home, make almost over $4,000 a month with her bookkeeping business. And she is totally set up for success as baby number 2 is on the way and she doesn't have to skip a beat or take them to daycare or even worry about paying the additional cost for a second child in daycare. So really life-changing stuff, guys. It's not something that is a get rich quick scheme. We don't offer that. It is something that you will have to do a little bit of work for to achieve, but we've laid out all of the steps in an easy to understand process and format, and we help you start making money right from the day that you join the academy and launch your business. So even if you're not completely ready, you're not completely confident or proficient in QuickBooks or bookkeeping just yet, we help you find clients and walk you through all of those steps so you can make money while you're learning and also providing amazing service to the business owners out there that really need our help. So let me share my screen here. Zoom will cooperate. And again, if you have any questions during this entire presentation, please let me know because I love answering questions and I will be here for the whole hour. Okay, so as you guys can see when you go to our website, if you scroll up to the top to try to leave the website, we have this wonderful little pop-up box there. So if you want to sign up for our text message reminders for when we go live in the group, you can do so right here. This will also get you added to our email list as well. So I'm going to go ahead and drop the link to our website. It is stayatHomeBookkeeper.com. So you can go ahead and do that. Oh, Ashley is tuning in. Thank you, Ashley, so much for being here. Um, she's so thankful she started this business. It's so worth it to start now. I love it. Thank you. We actually did just invite Ashley to become a student mentor in our program as well. So super excited about that. And congratulations to you, Ashley, for all of the success that you're having. We're super proud and super excited for you. Okay, so if you're totally new to the group, this is our group, Have Your Cake and Eat It Too. You can click on announcements to see some of the important things that we've got going on in the most recent past, but you can also click on this guide section here and it will really take you through a lot of the most common questions, a lot of different student testimonials and client success proof are all listed in here. We've got videos on all the course updates we have, inspirational posts, lots of random different things. And then Guide 7 shows a lot about our previous lives. So if you want to watch last week's Facebook Live where Ashley shares her story, you can go right to Guide 7 and click on that and give it a view. So that's our Facebook group. You guys are welcome to post in here anytime. We love to help people understand what this life is like and how you can grow a bookkeeping business and really have an awesome lifestyle for your family. So if you have any questions around that, don't hesitate to let us know. We absolutely love to help you. So if you haven't been to our website yet, or you haven't read our ebook, it's the best place to start. Our ebook costs $5.90. A lot of people have told me it's the best $6 they've ever spent in their life, which is super heartwarming. We also have a post in the announcements section of our group where a lot of students have given feedback on the book, what they thought about the book and how it's impacted their life. So if you click on announcements, you should be able to see that if you scroll down. I think it's closer to the bottom. So here it is. So you can read a little bit about what other people have said about the book, and you can grab a copy for yourself as well. The book really highlights my journey as I started my bookkeeping business, why I started it, the problems that we were having in our life due to financial constraints, the fact that we had no flexibility, unable to be the kind of parents that we wanted to be due to our corporate jobs, and how it all changed so much for the better once I decided to step out and do my bookkeeping business. And so it kind of highlights all of that journey in the book. And then at the end, there's some action steps that you can take to actually get started with your bookkeeping business. So you can get started there if you haven't read it yet. And if you have read it and you're watching the live, I would love for you to put a little quick comment on here about what you thought about the book. There's also another link in here where you can click if you want to get signed up for our text message updates when we go live or when we change anything to the program. You can get alerted there. You can also comment text on this live and we will send the link to you directly so that you can get added. So this is my family. This picture is a little bit old, outdated. The twins here are now 3.5 years old. But I have a family of 5 kiddos. So there's 7 of us. 4 of the kiddos are homeschooled. And I grew my bookkeeping business while my husband was a stay-at-home dad. And we were all home all the time together, hanging out, working on school, growing the business, having the flexibility and freedom that we needed financially, but also for time. So we could do the things that we wanted to do, like going on a vacation. A year after I started my bookkeeping business, I bought a brand new Honda Odyssey van, loaded up the whole family, and we took a 16-day vacation across the country. And that was the first time I really got to experience some true freedom. And it was really nice because, 16-day vacation can get quite expensive, and we didn't have to even blink an eye about the cost of that. In addition to that, we were able to be gone on that long without it affecting anything financially, without upsetting a boss, anything like that. Clients were still well taken care of. Bookkeeping business work is so flexible that I was able to do just the bare minimum while we were on the trip. And when I came back, I got caught up. So it was really, really amazing to be able to do something like that. For those of you that are stuck in a job that doesn't allow you the funds or the time freedom to be able to go on vacations with your family or travel like you want to, this can really be life changing for you in just that one simple aspect. You can also go to our website to read a lot of different student reviews that we've got from past students. And you have the opportunity to watch a lot of different video interviews that we've done with prior students. And most of these students now have gone on to grow amazing bookkeeping businesses and have graduated into the Elite Mastermind or become student mentors that now also coach some of our newer students to follow in their footsteps like they followed in mine. So really exciting stuff. And you guys are welcome to watch any of these videos and learn about how, Vanessa was able to grow her clientele, add 6 clients to her list, her roster in the middle of a pandemic, and how recession proof a bookkeeping business is. Or you can learn about how Casey was able to double or triple almost her full-time income while she was still working full-time with 2 little kids at home. And she just built her business in her spare time, and has now been able to leave that job and is home all the time with her kiddos. Kim has also been able to quit her job, make 7 to 8 times more money working less hours, and has been able to take about 6 different vacations that I know of this year, and was able to make $5,000 while she was sitting on the beach a couple of months ago. So lots of success around. Kaylee also, she's also featured on here. And she went from making $17 an hour, working in a busy hospital nights and weekends as a pharmacy technician, to making $340 an hour as a CEO of her business as she's graduated into the mastermind and learned how to build a team around her bookkeeping business. So now she works about 20 hours a week, makes more money than her husband does at a full-time job in the construction field. So as a construction foreman, I believe. So really exciting stuff. And I just got confirmation. I think it was last week that Chelsea in our academy used to run an in-home daycare where she was basically taking care of other people's kids for 12 hours a day. And she has now gone from making about a third of what her husband makes to now exceeding his income, no longer even doing the at-home daycare. And she works less than he does. So really exciting stuff, guys. If you want this kind of success, definitely comment below and let me know what you think of these results. And if you have questions about this stuff, I want to talk about that. I want to answer your specific questions. So another cool thing we have on our website, if you guys want to play around with this, is a quoting calculator. And this calculator, we have a quoting calculator for helping you price your bookkeeping work to potential clients. But this particular calculator will show you what you need in order to replace your current 9-to-5 or to replace your desired take-home pay with bookkeeping clients. So let's say that you want to make $4,000 a month. You need approximately 8 small clients to replace that income, to bring in $4,000 a month with your bookkeeping business. This is on average. So you could have more clients that pay you a little less, or you could have less clients that pay you a little more. But on average, to make $4,000 a month, you're going to need about 8 clients. So as you can see, I mean, eight clients, it really isn't that much. It doesn't take long to find 8 businesses that would need your help. And once you have them onboarded, it'll take you anywhere from 8 to 13 hours per week to complete their work. And the 13-hour high range is usually something that is towards the first few months of working with the client. Once you understand some of their spending habits and you understand a little bit more about their business, it really will take you 8 hours, maybe even less per week to do the work for all of these clients. So if you are making $4,000 a month right now and you're working more than 8 hours a week, there's literally no reason why you shouldn't start a bookkeeping business. even if to just supplement your current income. Use it to pay off your debt if that's what you want to do. Use it for vacation. What I personally like using it for is to invest into other businesses like real estate investing, different things like that. So it can be a really awesome side gig. It can be a really great thing for you guys to transition to being your family's full source of income. And can be even still worked part-time. So maybe you only need $4,000 a month to cover all of your bills. So how would you like to be able to do that on an 8-hour per week schedule? I think it's pretty great. And just so you guys know, I get this question asked a lot. Are these results typical, or are these students outliers? Are they somebody super, super extravagant that I could never relate to? And the answer to that question is we are all very typical results. Everyone in the academy is experiencing the same type of results. Some people do take a little bit longer to get there than others. And that usually has a lot to do with money blocks, mindset blocks, confidence issues. So it's working on those skills that have to happen before. But once you conquer that, you are able to have these exact results. And the only people that aren't successful are the ones that give up. So you will be 100% successful as long as you keep following the process, trust the process, and keep moving forward. So the success rate is pretty much 100% as long as you keep going. So we have quite a few different options to get started. So we do typically prefer that we talk to you guys about this on a free discovery call, but I'll kind of go over the other options. But first, let me just double check and see if we've got any questions that you guys might have. And thank you guys for tagging friends. I know there's a lot of people that want to watch these lives. So I really appreciate you guys tagging your friends that are hoping to see them as well and get their questions answered. Leah said the ebook helped me decide that bookkeeping is what I want to do so I can stay home with my baby boy. Thank you, Tiffany. Awesome. Thank you, Leah, for sharing that. I'm really excited to hear that. Elizabeth says, I bought the ebook and enjoyed reading it. It taught me what bookkeeping is, and it's given me a push to want to learn more and pursue this. Awesome. Just don't know where to start. As an anxious person, I don't know how to go about getting clients, as I'm not really a people person. Would love to be successful in this to be able to have my husband closer to home. Plus, it's a better life for my babies. Awesome, Elizabeth. Okay, we could definitely talk about this. I want to talk about this for a quick second. So the next step to do, Elizabeth, would be to book a call with our team. Definitely recommend doing that so we can go, and these are free calls, guys. You can all book free calls with us if you're serious about learning more about this. We do pay our team members to hop on calls with you. So of course we want you to be respectful around their time, but if you're interested in learning more about this, we really want to talk with you and see if it's something that would work for your family. So for example, for Elizabeth, we would be happy to talk through some of those fears that you have, and help you determine if they're worth stepping out of your comfort zone for you to accomplish the dreams and the goals that you have for yourself and your family. So, not everything in life is easy. As a matter of fact, just being a mom in general is probably one of the hardest things that you can do. So you're already accomplishing a massive amount of things right now. So you should be proud of yourself about that. But being an anxious person, I can totally relate to that. I actually just got off a coaching call with a private client that I have right before I hopped on this live. And I was telling her about how cranky and grumpy I get every time I have to prepare for meetings like this, because I'm an introvert. I tend to be high anxiety as well. And I can tell you that it's something that you learn to manage over time, but you should not let those feelings keep you from having the life that you are meant to have. So I'm not going to say that it's going to be super easy for you if you're an anxious person. A lot of people in the academy are anxious as well, and it can be a struggle to get past those feelings, but you're going to have them in many situations in your life. So, really learning how to control those feelings and learning how to accept them and move past them can be really powerful. And it's really one thing that learning how to grow this business and coming to the Zoom calls in the support group will really help you master that skill and kind of get past it. So, but having your husband home, Elizabeth, and being able to have a better life for your babies, spending more quality time for them, but also building wealth for your family so your kids never have to struggle is really cool as well. There's a quick story I wanted to share with you guys. Some of you may know that I just recently qualified for the Dream Car Award, or I'm almost qualified for it for ClickFunnels. And so I went ahead and went out and got myself a new car, and it's expensive. It's a sports car. It's actually a $150,000 car, and it's a two-seater convertible. And I have 5 kids, so it's incredibly frivolous and impractical purchase. But I do get reimbursed for a portion of the payment. So it was really fun. But my point to this story is that my 16-year-old has been able to take that car out, drive it around, enjoy having a really nice fancy sports car that he's kind of like romanticized about for years. And ever since he was a toddler, he's been obsessed with cars. His favorite movies were the car movies. He used to sit in his bedroom with a huge bucket of Matchbox cars and play cars all the time. But the real point to the story is when he was little, we had to slowly build up a collection of cars. And every time we went to the store, we could only afford to buy him one $3 car for his collection. And now he's able to drive a $150,000 sports car, and he's only 16. So I'm only sharing this just because I want you guys to see the kind of options that are the doors that will open for you if you decide to do something like this. I liked that my kids grew up in a humble environment, but it was also really hard for me to know that I couldn't give them the things that I wanted to give them because we couldn't afford it. And now it's something that we don't really have to worry about. So there's a lot of really great perks to being more financially secure and financially stable, and a lot of cool lessons that you can teach your kids when you grow your own business. So sure, there are hard parts to it, but the benefits definitely outweigh any of the difficulties that come along with growing these businesses. Shanique says, how many clients do you have to earn $5,000 a month? Okay, so let's go back to the quoting calculator. And if you want $5,000 a month, you need approximately 10 clients. Again, that's a give and take a little bit depending on the size of the clients that you find. But that should take you about 10 hours a week once you've got them in a process and you've got them all set up and onboarded. So usually it takes a couple of months to get there. But once they are in the process and you're used to having them, it'll take about 10 hours a week to complete the work for that. So what do you think about that, Shanique? Melissa says, how do you start? Sorry if you just answered this, just joined. Yes, Melissa, thank you for the question. If you want to get started, booking a discovery call with our team is going to be the best route to go. So you'll want to click this link here. I'll go ahead and put it in the comments if Tiffany, our community manager, may have already done so, but it's there again if you guys need it. So Melissa, if you want to sign up, you can sign up on our website, or you can just book a call with us and we can go over the options, because we do have a couple of different options for you guys. So we have our bookkeeping course, we have our bookkeeper academy, and we have our elite mastermind. So our bookkeeping course is totally a DIY course, and it will guide you through everything you need to know to start your home-based bookkeeping business, even if you have no experience. And you will be equipped to take on clients and launch your business. Now, the bookkeeping course does not come with any mentorship. So if you hit any roadblocks or hurdles, or you have a question from your clients that you aren't quite sure how to answer, you will have to figure that out on your own. Googling it, things like that. And it can be often overwhelming because with Google now, it's like there's an overabundance of information out there. So it's really hard to kind of decipher all through all of that. And every new question that you get will take you some time to figure out the answers. So that's why we typically suggest that people go into the Bookkeeper Academy, because there can often be a lot of questions that come up with starting your own and growing your own business, whether it's a bookkeeping business or something else. But we're here because we have done it all. We have seen it all. We have dealt with every question you could possibly think of. And we will be able to answer your questions in a timely fashion and keep you from spending hours and hours and hours researching, when you can take those hours and spend those hours with your family, or focus those hours on marketing and getting a better return on investment. So the do-it-yourself course is fantastic, but we really suggest that you're going to get more. We can guarantee your success, and you're going to get better success by doing the Bookkeeper Academy. And the Bookkeeper Academy is a coaching program that you get access to for 12 full months. And you actually get the bookkeeping course for free for life when you enroll in the Bookkeeper Academy, as well as access to all of our other coursework in the program as well. And there's so many other items of support that we offer in there. We design your website, and we have an automated onboarding program that we utilize to help you streamline your process with new clients and to help you look super professional when you get a new client. We customize that for you. The turnaround time is usually 24 to 48 hours, and you have a beautiful website that's completely done for you. We also do unlimited one-on-one calls with you, with someone from our team, usually Megan. And we walk you through every single process once you get a new client. So we teach you how to find clients. We teach you how to quote clients. We teach you how to sign them up. And then once you get them onboarded, then we teach you individually, personally, how to do their books from start to finish with your first client. And then after that, we even review your financial statements for you for each one of your clients. We have weekly Zoom calls. There's, I believe, 6 or 7 Zoom calls every single week where you can get on and get your questions answered, from topics to marketing, sales, mindset, goal setting, bookkeeping, technical questions, quoting questions, pricing questions, all sorts of stuff, how to talk to clients. We cover everything in the Bookkeeper Academy. So that is the main program that people like to join. And then a lot of people that join the Bookkeeper Academy, they all have different goals. So some people want to do this as a side gig, a part-time gig, to be able to maximize the amount of time they're spending with their kids when they're little. Other people come in here and start growing a business, and they realize that they are ready to make this an empire. And so we created the Elite Mastermind to help those that really want to take their bookkeeping business to the next level and build a team and become the CFO. So you can actually make your bookkeeping business almost more passive, and take it from you actually doing the bookkeeping work to you running the business and letting other people do the work for your clients. And we also help you learn how to become a CFO, offer CFO level services, which can 5 to 10 times increase your fees that you would charge for basic bookkeeping. We help you learn how to prepare taxes and tax planning reports. And all sorts of other stuff, efficiency training, how to set boundaries around your clients and your team, how to hire your team members, sample contracts, things like that. So the Elite Mastermind really helps you take it to the next level. So no matter which one that you're interested in doing, if you want to book a call with us, we can go over the details, talk about your life, your family, your goals, and then let you know how those goals would work with each of our individual programs and how these programs will help you reach your goals. So that's what we suggest doing. If you guys are really interested in this, you can go to the website and book a call here, sign up for text alerts for when we go live, and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to go back over now and see what other questions that we have. Shanique says, how do you get clients? So you get clients by doing something called marketing. And marketing is really just a fancy word for talking to people and letting them know you're a bookkeeper. It's really awesome with a bookkeeping business because we are in such high demand that you actually don't have to really do any selling, but you do have to let people know that you are open for business. So we have a blueprint that we walk you through on all the different ways that we suggest getting the word out about your business and how to find clients. And so we walk you through all of this in our academy, and also in the bookkeeping course, so that you know exactly what to do to find clients. And almost all of the ways that we recommend are free or very, very low cost or inexpensive to get leads and to find clients. We don't recommend that you use any kind of paid advertising or anything like that, especially when you're starting out. So it doesn't cost any additional money to actually get clients. But essentially, it's basically just letting people know consistently over and over again that you are a bookkeeper and that you are open for business. Okay. So, funny thing is, like, I'm kind of losing my voice because lately I've been trying to find ways to figure out how to have fun personally. So I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to this. When you have kids and become a mom, you kind of sometimes lose your identity a little bit, and your identity kind of becomes mom. Well, then when you start a business, sometimes your business becomes part of your identity too. So for me, over the last 11 years, I've just been hopping back and forth between, well, 16 years, I guess, between being mom and a business person. And so I've been really struggling to find things that actually are something that I enjoy, me, Tiffany, as a person. And so lately I've determined that what that is singing karaoke. So don't laugh, but I love it. It's super fun. But I literally sang karaoke until like 11 o'clock last night and my voice is like gone. So anyway, I encourage you guys all to find something that is super fun for you. Outside of your titles. So if you guys have hobbies, I would be really curious to know. Comment below what your favorite hobbies are that have nothing to do with kids or your business, just a personal hobby that's all about you. Tell me what that is because I'm really interested. And then if you guys have a favorite karaoke song that you like to sing, tell me what that is too, because I'm always looking for new songs. Okay. Kelly says, I have zero experience with bookkeeping. How do I begin? Again, first, read the ebook. Second, tune into this live. 3, book a call with our team, and we'll help you get started. So everyone in our academy has zero experience. We do have only a small handful of people that actually have bookkeeping and accounting experience. Honestly, the reason for that is because most of the time, traditional bookkeeping people and accountants are so heavily introverted that they don't want to start their own business. So it works really well that we have that we're able to train, a lot of different types of people to start their own business. But most of the people in the group do not have any experience with bookkeeping. So you're in the right place. Elizabeth says, genuinely curious about the cost of the academy. We do have Elizabeth, we have a couple of options with the academy. We also have some funding specialist payment arrangements that could be made as well. So if you want to book a call with our team, we can go over all of that with you on the phone. Kathy says, please repeat the free discovery phone number. Kathy, we don't have a phone number. We have a whole team of people that take discovery calls. So if you click the link below, then you can book a call with our team and get on their calendars. Megan says, I have a client who wants to hire me. Congratulations. But I'm wondering what to quote her for the cleanup work. It's pretty intense. I also want to do the academy, but do not have the money and unfortunately didn't qualify for payment plan, but I love the bookkeeping course. Awesome, Megan. This is great to hear. So There are a couple options, and I would really suggest to try to like dig deep to find a way to get into the academy. There's usually some different options you can do, different payment plans, 0% cards, family friends, asking them to do that, maybe making sure you quote really well on the cleanup work. Megan, in the how to set up your bookkeeping business for success, I believe the very last lesson is quoting for work. And we have a lesson in there that talks about cleanup work. So what I always suggest doing when you aren't really sure how to price something, especially a really messy, potentially messy cleanup work, is to do a package. So say 6 hours, it's $75 an hour, and tell them, you guys have quite a bit of cleanup work that needs to be done. I am not 100% sure how long it's going to take me or what all is going to be involved until I actually get started and dig in. So I would like to go ahead and just invoice you for 6 hours worth of work. After that 6 hours is done, I will be able to recap you, and I can say, here's what I did. Here is what is left. Based on my experience over the last 6 hours, I can get the rest of this done for you for $1,500 or whatever it is. And then that way you'll have a better idea and you won't get burned. Also, it just really kind of depends on the monthly fee for this client. So if you really want this client to sign on as a reoccurring monthly account, you can offer to do a fixed fee for the cleanup work, even if it might be a little bit harder and hairier than you're thinking. So, but these questions, Megan, and for everyone else watching, we work very closely with our students to help them quote clients like this. We hop on Zoom calls to talk about it. You can actually even book a private breakout room during any of the 3 office hour Zoom calls that we have. And our student mentors will go into a secret private room with you on Zoom, and you can share your screen. We can look at the client's books and be able to come up with a really personalized, tailored quote if that's something that you needed help with. So that's one of the things that we do in the academy that is incredibly helpful. Heidi says, on average, how long does it take to get a new client set up once they've signed with you? Oh, it's very fast. So when you use our automated onboarding program, the client will basically go through the process and sign themselves up, and gather all the documents that you need to do their bookkeeping, and they will follow the steps in your automated onboarding program and upload everything to you. But basically, you have a discovery call or you talk to a potential client on the phone, you give them a quote, they say yes, you send them an engagement letter to sign. The engagement letter has the terms that you discussed, plus it has bank draft information on there so that you can process their payment on a reoccurring basis on the first of every month. And then once that happens, they are officially your client. They get you access to the things you need and you're ready to roll. So it doesn't take much time at all, Heidi. Jaylee says, does the domain come with the website or should I buy the domain I want now? I'm just working on getting enough money to join the academy now. Awesome. Congratulations, Jaylee, on getting all of the funds together. That is the first hurdle and the first proof that you're going to be successful at this by having the diligence to really figure out how to make this investment work. So congratulations on that. The domain is something that you have to purchase separately once you decide what to name your business. And then once you purchase the domain, we use that to set up your website. So domains can be in all different price points. Usually they're pretty cheap, like a couple bucks per year, but it really depends on what your business name is and if the domain is something that's really super popular. Lillian says, in the academy, one program to rule them all, there is a ClickFunnels program and it will let you create a domain for $20. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can do that directly through ClickFunnels. That makes sense. Michaela says, do you help with the process of setting up state and federal business documentation? Yes, we have some information in there on how to get your LLC and your tax ID numbers all set up. We have an entire set of coursework walking you through how to get your back office completely set up so that you can run your bookkeeping business super efficiently. Elizabeth says, definitely going to schedule a call after this. Awesome. Crafting, you love your Cricut. Awesome. My bestie, Corey, loves her Cricut too. She's making shirts for me right now. I love that. That sounds cool. And Elizabeth, we're really excited to chat with you. Leah says, Edge of 17 by Stevie Nicks. Okay, I'm going to copy these and paste them to my sheet so I don't forget. Thank you, guys. Leah says she's a Cricut person too. Expensive hobby, but so worth it. Helps me relax and get my mind off of other things. Awesome. That is exactly what you need, especially as a busy mom and as you start a business. You always have to have those things that keep you grounded, keep you defragging, and make you feel recharged, relaxed, and recharged. Aya says, can this be done virtually only? Yes, it can. Like I said at the beginning of this live, Chelsea has grown her business to exceed her husband's income. And she did this while she had an in-home daycare. She was watching other people's kids and along with her kids all day long for 12 hours a day. And she grew her bookkeeping business in her spare time during nap times and in the evenings. So it can all be done virtually. Absolutely. Sandra says, love to read, especially books that take me away from the real world. Ooh, Sandra, that sounds awesome. Yes. You'll have to share what your favorite book is. Katie says, if you go through ClickFunnels, it's a nightmare to ever transfer it anywhere. Ooh, good tip. So only do it through there if you're going to use ClickFunnels for a long time. GoDaddy is super cheap and can be transferred just about anywhere. Great advice, Katie. I really do like that. I've always utilized GoDaddy to get all of my domains anytime I've ever needed them, because you can transfer them to different email platforms, different website platforms at any point in time that you do need them. So great tip, great advice. Okay, guys. So I talked a lot about the Academy and about different things that you can do. Elizabeth said, what is ClickFunnels? So ClickFunnels is the program that we actually utilize to design all of our students' websites. And we design it through there, and it has an automated onboarding portal or program on the back end of it. ClickFunnels is a separate software program. It does have a monthly fee to utilize. It is optional. We are actually offering a deal right now on a reimbursement for any annual subscriptions for people that apply. So you guys stay tuned, because we're going to be sharing information about that in the next day or two for everybody to be able to take advantage of that. Our Academy students have already been able to take advantage of that last week. So you guys will also get a limited time chance to get reimbursed for 50% of your ClickFunnels subscription here very soon. Michaela says she loves reading as well. Fantasy books are the best. That's awesome. All right, guys. Well, every Tuesday we go live in this group and we talk about any questions that you have around growing or starting a bookkeeping business. I love to make these super interactive. So if you have questions, definitely ask them here, and tune in next Tuesday as well. If you want to be on our email list, type email below and we'll get you added. If you want text reminders when we go live, comment text and we'll get you added to our text platform. And Boston is standing right next to me, my 6-year-old. Do you want to say hi to everybody in my group? No? No? Are you in a bad mood? Somebody's sad. She's sad. So, Nicole says, is this the perfect job for an introvert? I'm going to say 75% yes, 25% no. The actual bookkeeping work and communicating with current clients, it's absolutely perfect for an introvert, because everything you're doing is at a computer. You don't have to talk to anybody. You don't have to go to meetings. You don't have to do anything like that. And most of the time, your clients are super busy. They don't want to get on a phone call with you. You text them, you email them to get what you need. Boom, you're done. It's super easy. 25% of it, though, you're going to have to put in the work to grow your business. And that involves marketing. So you do have to tap into the extrovert skills a little bit in the beginning. So it's something that you have to get yourself past at first. And in order to have those results, and be the introvert that you want to be, you kind of have to get past it a little bit in the beginning. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? I've got a crying baby here that's distracting me. So like for instance, when you do marketing at the beginning, you're going to do more extroverted stuff. It's just going to be more extroverted at first. And then once you build up clients, then you can scale back on some of the marketing that you're doing. And then you can do more introverted activities in your business. But getting it started, getting it set up, it can be a little bit challenging for an introvert. But it's absolutely doable. I'm an introvert. I'm like 60% introverted based on my 16 personalities test. And that's changed over time. I would say when I started my bookkeeping business, I was probably 80% introvert. But you just do what you need to do because you see how awesome that it can make your life by just forcing yourself to do things. We all have to do things that we don't want to do on occasion, whether that's as a parent, as an employee, anything. So I would say it's definitely worth it. Even if you're an 80%, 90% introvert, it's worth having this bookkeeping business. So I hope that answered your question, Nicole. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to comment on here and I will definitely get to them. And, but in the meantime, I'm going to let you guys all go. Enjoy your Tuesday and I will see you back here next Tuesday at 11 a.m. Central Time to answer your questions. And don't forget to book your discovery calls. Bye, guys.